episode. Gas Network presents Sports for the Culture.
I'm here with the family.
Price, XXV, Double I,
Rome,
D-Malo,
Gruff Lion.
T-Buggy, man.
To the greatest sports show on the planet, La Familia. Hope y'all ready for a ride.
Can't wait to hear what you guys got to say.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Gas Presents Sports for the Culture. And today I'll be your host, and it's your boy D-Malo Ragu. And then we kick it off to my guy up top.
I mean, it's two up top, baby.
Oh, well, the one literally on top of me.
You know what I'm saying? All right, it's your man T-Buggy, man. I'm back. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to being bottom right, but hey, top right, I take it. It's going to be another great show, great episode. Just stay locked in, man. Wash your hands, wash your ass. Even if you got the vaccine, you got to wash both. So, hey, let's get it in, baby. Let's go.
Bottom left.
man, it's your boy Young Rome 22 on all the socials. I'm excited for this show, man. We got a lot of good topics to get into as always, bro. So let's get it, man.
Top left.
What up? Yo, it's Gruff Lion, GoodAssSports. You know what time it is, man. It's time to crank into some action, man. It's been an eventful weekend, man. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. Ready to get into it.
All right, fellas. The NBA weekend was a great showing of what we still have left before the finals. And I just want to know you guys' reactions with Ben Simmons, Game 7. How do you guys feel about this? I would love to start off with Scrub, but I want him for the last. I want you guys' perspective first. Go ahead, Rome. Tell me how you felt about Ben Simmons Game 7.
Man, all right. So I had a hot take at first, man, but I had to dial it back just a little bit before I came on the show. But what I felt was that Ben Simmons was the most overrated player in all of sports. But I'm gonna dial that back just a little bit. Maybe not all of sports. Definitely the NBA though. Definitely NBA. When I hear Scruff and Philly fans and people talk about Ben Simmons, I think that he's this great player. Like when I watch him play though, I just see a guy who's scared to step up when it's time to step up. Like that dunk that he didn't take. Oh my goodness, bro. Like I don't know. I don't know what we're doing with Ben Simmons. I don't know what we're supposed to expect out of Ben Simmons at this point, but I think we know what we should expect.
Okay. Go ahead. Well, I leave it off before Nick talk, but go ahead, T. Tell me how you feel about Ben Simmons in Game 7.
I mean, he said Ben Simmons the only one afraid to shoot at Philly. He let the whole state property down. He let the city down. But I think ain't he Australian or something? You know what I'm saying? But at any rate, Ben Simmons, he's still a high level guy. What is he? 24. He's young. I mean, if Lonzo Ball can change his shot over the course of a season, Ben Simmons can become a capable shooter. He might not be the next Reggie Miller or Rashard Evans, but he can become a competent shooter in the course of 2 months, 3 months. I've seen it happen in sports, in basketball, I mean, and all the time. So I don't love Ben Simmons, but what I do know is if your only flaw as a basketball player is shooting, you'll be fine if you work and develop the jump shot. You know what I'm saying? You just have to work at it. But
okay, question.
I mean,
Question.
Go ahead.
Will Ben Simmons work at it though? Like, do you believe that will happen with Ben Simmons?
I mean, he's 24, and to be perfectly honest with you, right, outside of his free throw percentage, I still feel like he could shoot the ball relatively, like, decently enough to take shots in the game. He doesn't take shots, so we don't know. But I think if he took shots in the game and just made people play honest, I think it's an issue of coaching. I think it's an issue of whoever's in his camp, and an issue of him. If Ben Simmons himself has to say, I want to shoot. I let Lonzo be better. Yeah, Ben Simmons himself really just has to make that, you know what I'm saying, that change his mindset to say, I'm going to be a shooter. You know what I'm saying? That's all it really is. His mechanics aren't the worst in the league. His mechanics are better than Giannis.
That's my problem with Ben Simmons is it's the mindset. It's the mindset. Like you have to want it, and I don't know if he wants it. And I don't know if that's as easy to fix as everything that you're alluding to. I hear you with the shot, but
Well, I mean, he's
he's gotta
24.
want it. He's gotta get the confidence.
I
He's
mean,
24. You don't
he's
have the
24.
confidence at 24. You're supposed to get it when he's 30.
I mean, you might get it at 25. You might get it at 26. I mean, I think the fact that teams haven't, like the coaches haven't been forcing the guy to shoot the ball. Like you have to, like if I was Doc Rivers, right? If I'm on that team, I'm saying, Ben Simmons, you have to take 4 to 6 jump shots a game. I don't care if you miss all 4. I don't care if you miss all 6, because the reality is you're not going to miss all 6 every single game. And you just have to keep people honest. But to be scared, to go out there and be scared, to not want the ball in your hands, to pass up open shots, that's the issue. You know what I'm saying? But that's fixable
But
stuff. It's
but
fixable.
isn't that Doc Rivers' fault? Because the last coach, the reason why we knocked him is because he never forced Ben Simmons to shoot. But wasn't that Doc Rivers' job to do this year, to make Ben Simmons shoot? We all seen those YouTube clips, those Instagram Vine moments, whatever. We seen Ben Simmons in practice. The man looks like Jordan. He looks crazy. He looks amazing. He looks like he could handle the rock, could throw it. But come game time, scared man.
Nah, Ben Simmons is fine, man. At 24, I know I've even said his trade value has dropped, and it has dropped, right? But I guarantee you, if they say Ben Simmons is on the market, teams are going to be building up packages to get Simmons over to their squad, because he's still a high-level defender. He's still an elite passer. Yeah. So it's something you can build on.
So you say he's a young Rudy Gobert?
No. That's a totally different position. That's a totally different position. What I'm saying
Well, that's
is
what we're saying.
he's like a poor man's Rondo. He's like a Walmart Rondo.
Oh,
Like a
Man,
oh.
y'all,
Yo, yo.
he's a Costco Rondo.
He does this masterful
Okay.
job of building somebody up and then calling him a Walmart version of Rondo.
man.
Rondo has won rings, and that's Ben Simmons' role, right? Because he's never going to be a dominant scorer. He just doesn't have the mentality for that. So he will help a team by playing defense and facilitating, and that's what you would get in a trade.
Well,
And
I
he can't be
mean,
a power forward. I think he is a power forward. I said that when he came to the league. He's playing out of position. But the way the league has changed, he can't be a power forward because he can't stretch the floor. If your power forward can't shoot a jump shot these days, you can't play him.
I mean, power
all
forward, point
right.
guard, no matter where you want to put him, man. The few things that really were problematic for me, you know what I'm saying? And it was the fourth quarters, you know what I'm saying? I understand it's a chain of reactions, right? You start getting hacked, you start being scared to have the ball in your hands, right? And then you can't finish them shots at the free throw line. Now we got some type of super duper fear going on. So we already know that's the first thing. There's a lot of things wrong, right, with Ben Simmons, right? But the first thing is right here between the head. You know what I'm saying? Because what happened? Because I was actually looking back old tape of summer league Ben Simmons when he was a rookie, and he was actually shooting jumpers. You know, he was shooting a little mid range. He was willing to experiment and play a little bit more loose. And you know, I feel like he just been more focused on that. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things wrong with Ben Simmons. The mechanics is one thing. I mean, we've heard rumbles about the work ethic. You know, I heard a rumor that they had a game in Miami last year. They got blown out. The whole team went back, and he stayed. So, you know, that's problematic. I don't know if he's putting in the time in the gym like he should be. I don't know if he got this thing right up here. So, like, if I'm Ben Simmons, if I'm telling you Ben Simmons is right here listening to me right now, I say, look, Ben, the two things he need to be doing is seeing a sports psychologist, and he needs to be in the gym. He needs to be doing those things first and foremost. I'd say only, but really he should just stay there. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. I had a lot of questions, especially the way he disappeared, you know, in the fourth quarter at that point where he was just afraid to have the ball in his hands. And I don't think no play summed it up more for me than the play Game 7. It was a turning point of the game. He had the ball right under the basket. It was nothing but a dunk away. And he goes and throws it over somewhere. It ends up being a miss. And then Trey ended up hitting the three on the other side, man. So I can't do the disappearing act, man. You know, Philadelphia has had winning teams before. Allen Iverson took that team to the finals, and you had what you had there. You had a star player that was playing at this high level. We have that with Joel Embiid, right? We got some other key pieces, but one thing about that team, not one person was scared to shoot, to ball, to do what they got to do. Because when it's crunch time, you want a player to step up in those moments, not get small or disappear in those moments. So yeah, we got some major problems. Trading them is a problem though, because now the whole trade value for them looks terrible. Everybody's devaluing them, trying to shortchange them. What I've been hearing the last couple of days is ridiculous. So I wouldn't trade him under these conditions if we're going to be lowballing him out here, because we already know what he is. He has an all-world skill set. We're talking about an all-NBA defender. We're talking about a dude that's 6'10" with crazy ball handling. You want to label him a point guard? I don't know about that. You want to label him a power forward? I don't know. What he labels, he fits. But there are some holes in this game, and there's definitely some things he could do to fix them. But first and foremost, he needs to fix this right here.
No, that's a fact, man. I mean, that's the first time I've seen in the NBA, right, on a big stage where a guy is going through anxiety and he's just scared. You know, you see that in youth sports. You see that at AAU level, a guy misses a couple shots and he gets cold and he doesn't want the ball in his hands. Yeah, that last shot, like you talked about, when he passed to Matisse, he was just scared. He didn't even consider that, you know, I'm right under the rim. The only thought in his mind was the best play right now is for me not to get fouled. And that's what he did. He gave the ball up. But I do think he's done in Philly. I don't care what the trade value is. You have to get him out of there, because when your teammates start talking out against you, Doc isn't going anywhere. I think Doc has, 3-4 years left in his contract? Doc isn't going anywhere. When your coach is questioning you in the media, and Embiid is saying, you know, that play was the turning point. That means that those guys have already kind of given up on you. And for me, that kind of alludes to the type of guy you are off the court. So if you're hearing rumblings about him not working, it could be something to it, because guys don't just throw guys under the bus, you know. And when you start doing that, that just lets me know that, all right, this has been brewing for a long time.
What you're saying is actually spot on, T, and I'd like to add to that, since we just throwing things onto the Ben Simmons train. So I've also heard some other things about him. You know what I'm saying? I've heard he's been baby. You know, he's surrounded by nothing but family members. You know what I'm saying? He's don't listen to nobody. He just do his own thing. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I don't know how coachable he is in that sense. And that's a problem, man. You know, hopefully being embarrassed on a major stage will make you reconsider your stance and shit. But, like, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, we were basically playing 4-on-5 in most of the key moments of the games.
Yeah, I thought Doc definitely mismanaged that game.
We played that too.
Like,
because there was a lot of things wrong with the game plan besides Ben Simmons. You know what I'm saying? Steph Curry getting torched all game, you know what I'm saying, was not Ben Simmons' fault. All right.
That's not.
And you know what I'm saying? And there was a couple other. Gallinari was cooking, you know what I'm saying? We had, you know, nobody was switching. We had, you know, nobody made Doc Rivers play Cork Miles all those extra minutes. You know what I'm saying? Nobody made him go 10 deep. You know, in the third quarter when we really started to lose steam. You know what I'm saying? Ben Simmons didn't do that. So, you know, I'm just saying, like, there's plenty of blame to go around. Ben Simmons deserves like 3/4 of it. But, like, give a nice slice to Doc.
Doc can have his slice, but I mean, I'm laying the majority of this on Ben for sure, man. Like, the Sixers were the number 1 seed. They lost to the 5th seed in the second round. Like, Ben Simmons is supposed to be, like, I get it, Embiid, you got Embiid, but Ben Simmons is supposed to be the dude too. Like, he didn't step up, and like everybody said, it's definitely mental. And I mean, like, I don't know, it in my mind, it's past time for Ben Simmons to be up out of there, because like Scruff just said, y'all out there playing basically 4-on-5 in key moments. That's unacceptable, man. Like, you can't be out there not contributing and not being scared to take easy buckets right under the basket in pivotal moments of the game, in the playoffs, in a game 7. Like, no.
I mean,
so of course
they should have got him up out of there, because stuff like that, us talking about him on this show, This is his trade value going down right here.
I mean, it wasn't just all
That,
Ben, man. Doc running plays for Embiid. The ISO is, man, at the top of the key is ridiculous. I don't know why you want your 7-footer starting with the ball at the 3-point line. It's kind of crazy. Tobias Harris missed so many layups at the rim that he normally would make. Just layups that were just gimmies. Matisse and Scruff, you got me on the Matisse train. This guy committed so many ridiculous fouls, like fouling guys on 3-pointer, just slapping them in the head. Like, it's all out of sorts in Philly. The Hawks exposed them. It's time to break up the Embiid and Simmons show. And even if you get less value back for Simmons, you might just get better chemistry in return.
so what are we giving up Ben Simmons for? Because he's not going to stay in the East. He's going to move to the West. Nick, as GM, what are you getting back for Ben Simmons, or what are you giving up for Ben Simmons, realistically?
I mean, he's an all-star. So, he was an all-star. He's a 2-time all-star. So I think, you should be getting somebody that's, maybe at least a 1-time all-star. Maybe a guy like D'Angelo Russell was a fair guy that was thrown out there. I think that would be a good deal, maybe. TJ McCollum was another name that was thrown out there. Shoot, I wanted Dame Lillard, but that seems a little far-fetched based on the way the value looking right now. But there's a lot of options. I don't know what the right choice is right now for but I'm not trading he's an all-star, so you don't trade somebody that's an all-star for a bunch of scrubs. So that's all I know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not expecting to get the house for him, but I'm expecting to get a serviceable player. But ultimately, I will trust our GM. Daryl Morey has shown that he could do a good job, and what he's done so far has been commendable. I think he's going to do the right thing regardless. We're not going to be making no dumb moves.
Okay. See, it sounds like you want to say something. So what are you giving up or getting back for Ben Simmons?
Whatever. Like I said, I don't even want good value. I just get them off my roster. You know what I'm saying? It's for real. Like, it's like if you're in a relationship.
Realistically, what are you realistically though?
Realistically, like it's a situation of we just got some differences we can't get past. Like his play style, and that's the problem, right? You send him somewhere, his play style doesn't fit any offense anywhere. It's maybe 2 teams where he might fit into how they play ball. So I don't know. I just need I need the salary back. That's all. I just need players that match the salary. So he's around 20 million. Give me around 20 million worth of assets, and I'll make the rest work in some draft picks. Because the team obviously can play without Ben Simmons. They were just Philly forced him to play without Ben Simmons. He was in foul trouble. The team played fine.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
So
I'm right there with you, T. Just give me whatever. Just get Ben Simmons up out of Philly.
Yeah, he's got to go.
Yeah.
Even if he fixes his shot, which I think he will, he still has to go.
I don't know if he
man, the
that.
draft coming up, man. Maybe we can swing one of these top draft picks for Ben. I'll be willing to, you know what I'm saying? Send Ben to Detroit. Give me the number 1 pick. Let me start fresh.
I send him to Orlando, man. Magic got 2 draft picks. Send him to Orlando. Get one of their guards. Magic got a bunch of guards. You might even get Markel.
I'm with that. Give me Markel and a draft pick, and we could bring Markel back. Obviously, Orlando's a great place to rehab your jumper. Markel did just fine.
Right. Whoever fixed Fultz, you fix Simmons. Give us Markel.
Yeah, let's get him on Simmons. We're gonna wish you well. 3 years from now, we might trade back for you.
2 years from wow.
Probably not, but no, seriously, man. I know the Philly fans, man. Me and G was at this Game 7, so he got a chance to see him in action. I know our fans. I know me, man. I'm a forgiving person, probably more than I should be, but I know the Philly fan. I think they were pretty much through with him. As soon as the game was over, they were ready to spite his name, and they were already had some trade proposals already in their heads. They were like, Ben for Dame, bring Dame Lillard, like immediately. Everybody was already
man. Move on, man. I see too much on social media. People trying to fight to save relationships that they're not even happy in, man. Move on.
All right, guys. Enough of this Ben Simmons slander. We pretty all could agree that Ben Simmons is out of Philly by the end of the summer, and that he played bad for an All-Star, bad for a 1B kind of player. But guys, talking about one kind of player, let's talk about KD and his performance. It's sad that we saw him out now that he's no longer at the playoffs due to losing to the Bucks, but that buzzer beater. How do we feel about KD's legacy losing in the second round this year in the East? Go ahead,
Hey,
Romeo. How you feel?
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead,
You
Rom.
said me?
Yeah.
Man, I don't know how much this hurts KD's legacy. I think it hurts it, but not in the same way that it hurts LeBron losing in the first round. KD put up that memorable performance in what was it, game 5 or game 6, where you know what I mean? Like he went off. So we saw him try to put the team on his back when Kyrie was out, when he wasn't getting much from Harden. So I don't think it really destroys KD's legacy or tarnishes it too much, but it doesn't boost it. He had a chance to really get after it, and he didn't do that. But I don't think this loss really hurts KD's legacy.
Oh wow.
Absolutely. It absolutely does not hurt his legacy. If anything, I think it cemented him as one of the greatest players of all time, easily one of the greatest scorers of all time, and potentially the best player in the NBA right now. I mean, if you look at what he did, no Kyrie, a half of a Harden, and a random collection of guys, like it's not like he was battling with the Hawks, right? This is not a Ben Simmons situation. You're not battling with John Collins and Clint Capella. You're battling with Giannis and Middleton. You know what I'm saying? Those are 2 All-Stars. Giannis is a defensive player and MVP. You know what I'm saying? Defensive player of the year. Like, it's not just some random team. This is the Bucks. This is the team that's been #1 seed in the past multiple times. Like, one of the best defensive teams in the league, one of the best three-point shooting teams in the league. So Kevin Durant was going toe-to-toe with who we might see win the championship. So to say it tarnishes his legacy, you're only going to hear that out of a LeBron fan. You won't hear that out of anyone else. I was impressed with what I saw. He just ran out of gas. He's also doing it with a coach, Steve Nash, who hasn't proven that he has the ability to do anything. I mean, he played KD every single minute of that game. It's a little questionable to me, but I'd rather live and die with my horses, so I'm not even mad at Nash. He just ran out of gas, that's all. If Joe Harris can make a couple buckets, if Brown or whatever his name is, Bruce Brown, can do a little more than play like a small power forward, like you might have something.
Okay. Nick, how you feel about this? How you feel about KD's legacy now that he lost in the second round in the East?
Well, I'll say this. I won't say that it hurt his legacy, but I will say that he had an opportunity to take his legacy to the next level. Definitely. Because the way he was playing in that game, I had every feeling that he was going to close that game out and win it. There was no doubt in my mind that he was going to actually hit that last shot. But that shot he threw up was a little rough. Wasn't actually the best shot or look at the basket, hindsight. But I've seen him hit some pretty crazy things. I actually seen him hit a couple crazy shots right there in that game. So, I mean, I think there was a big chance for him to improve his legacy. As for LeBron, I'm not sure why LeBron's name came up, but I guess if we're talking legacy, KD, I guess LeBron is worth bringing in the conversation because he's comparable. He's the 1A, 1B, I suppose, right? But I wouldn't say anything bad about LeBron either because, what is Chris Paul and them, man? They're looking like they're about to go to the finals, right? So same situation. We're talking about 2 teams that lost to finals teams, more or less. So I don't think it hurt his legacy, but I do think there was a big moment there for the taking. And I think if he would have took it, he would have been looking prime time, kingly. He would have been looking like royalty. And he is already, but, I think that would have been just a nice little he would have been probably looking at the chip after that. If he would have hit that shot, he probably would have been looking at the chip, truth be told. Because
when we look back at these playoffs, though, we're gonna look back and we're gonna remember KD's outstanding Game 5 We're gonna look back and be like, dang, LeBron ran out of gas before he ever really got started in these playoffs. That's what we're gonna look back and remember on this. It definitely hurt LeBron's
Wow.
legacy more.
So we're not gonna count
And I
injuries
was
though?
I was I was I was cheering for Bron all season. I'm a Bron guy. I'm a Lakers guy. Like I'm not even here to throw shade on Bron. I'm just saying like you go out to LA, it's for legacy. It's for legacy. You don't go to LA to just win the COVID championship. You go to LA to be involved in the Western Conference Finals every year at the very least. So I mean, and I hear you, G, with the injuries, but I mean, KD had injuries and they lost in the second round, not the first. That's the other thing you got to add into it. So I mean, I don't know, man. I'm a LeBron guy. I think he's gonna have a great get back next year, but this year was a definite fail.
I mean, I think that's an understated point too. Like KD's coming back off of an Achilles injury. All right, this is you know what I'm saying? This is an injury where we've seen almost every other pro take an entire season to get back up to speed. So I don't even know if we've seen the best KD has to offer. And I remember I talked about how fast LeBron came back from the COVID bubble and jumped right back into the season. I kind of thought he would take a month off, take some weeks, some games, something off, but he jumped right back in and got my respect. But it turned out it looked like it bit him in the ass. Like down the stretch, your body broke down. You know what I'm saying? The labor. So I think LeBron's gonna have to be a little smarter next year. But I think KD put the league on notice. Like he is the guy. I don't really care who wins the chip unless Giannis wins the chip. The rest of the guys aren't in that echelon. Maybe Kawhi, but the rest of the guys aren't in that echelon to say they're the king of the league.
Yeah, not Giannis either though. Like unless
Nah,
Giannis wins
Giannis
it,
has
I mean,
Giannis has everything except the rings. Like
I'm about to say,
Giannis,
based on what's left right now, I'd say
yeah.
like, I mean, I'm gonna pose the question. This wasn't on the script, but it should have been. I mean, are the Bucks the favorites to win the whole thing? Like, who would y'all say is the favorites right now? Because like right now, I couldn't even assess. I haven't even been able to assess the picture yet with the Nets out and you know all these injuries. Like, who's really the favorites? I think anybody could win it at this point. I'd say it could
Bucks.
be the Bucks.
if Kawhi comes back, I would probably still say the Bucks.
And
No,
if,
wait,
and
whoa,
like I said,
no.
like I said,
Whoa, time
if
out.
Giannis manages
said-
to get a win, a ring, I think you got to start talking about Giannis different.
Yeah, I don't really. I mean, he's already a two-time MVP, right? He's got enough hardware and enough praise to last for a couple years, right? And if he wins a chip, that's great. But like, you know, KD has multiple chips. LeBron has multiple chips. They're in the multiple chip club. They have multiple chips on their cookie.
You gotta win one.
You don't have a chocolate chip cookie with just one chip.
Hold on. But did any of those guys?
That's called a whole other cookie. That's not even a chip
any of those
cookie.
guys?
That's like a Hershey Kiss cookie.
Did they win a chip with the team that drafted them? Without leaving and coming back, did they win a chip with the team that drafted them?
I'll give you that. If Giannis gets the chip, he'll definitely have my respect. We talked about it at the end of last season. T, I think you even said that he shouldn't stay in Milwaukee, and then he did. And if he brings the chip to Milwaukee, man, that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot,
That's
especially
big.
in today's world where everybody's teaming up.
I feel that, T. I do feel that, T. But I don't know. What does that mean, though, bro? You trying to say like, you know what I'm saying? Just because if you've married your high school sweetheart, you know what I'm saying? Just because I met some John, you know what I'm saying? When we was like 30, that ain't love. Fuck out of here.
Nah. Yeah. No, it's not. I'm not saying it's not love, right? But what I am saying is, I'm gonna give that high school couple a little bit more respect. You know what I'm saying? They made it work. They made it work from day one. They figured it out. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have to leave and find themselves and come back. They worked through it. So yeah, I'm gonna give Giannis that respect. Y'all hating on my
You're
man.
right, because no. I'm agree with you, because if Devin Booker wins it, we're gonna look at him crazy. If Trae Young wins these finals, we're gonna definitely look at him like he's Steph Curry 2.0.
Oh, yeah.
And Bryce is right.
You're right.
Like so you're right. So if Giannis does win these finals, yeah, you're gonna have to put him in the upper echelons. You're gonna have to talk to him about how we talk about Kawhi Leonard, because he won the chip, and on top of that, he has 2 MVPs. So yeah, you're right.
Kawhi also has multiple chips, though. But yeah.
Yeah, but Kawhi doesn't have MVPs yet. And your boy was a reigning MVP with a reigning defensive player of last year. So that's more than
It looks like
Kawhi.
the
We
hype train is already on Devin Booker. So if they win
we
the chip, they're literally about to crown him. They talking
Nah,
about him.
they are going to crown Devin
I ain't
Booker.
even going. I ain't even gonna have. We ain't gonna have that conversation. They talking about him like he Kobe already. Like, bro,
I mean,
come on now.
Devin Booker.
I've been said he was nice, but come on.
But he's marketable. You know what I'm saying? He's the light skinned guy. You know, he scores a lot of points. The game looks fun. He's very marketable. But he's not. Even if he wins the chip, man, CP3 is going to be the one I give that credit to.
hey,
I'm
and
not going
that's
to take
why
away from Booker,
Wow.
no,
but
that's
No, I agree.
that's that's the difference between our show and other shows, though. Like we're giving it to you real. Like Devin Booker is the flashy, like that's who they're gonna hype up. But if you really want to know, man, it's CP3 and it's been CP3, and we've been on that
Whoa.
here at Sports for the Culture.
So if Devin Booker scores like a 35-point game and CP just a measly 20, are we still gonna give
yes,
CP the?
yes.
Yeah,
Wow.
absolutely. Because Devin Booker was dropping like
Booker has
60
been
last year.
scoring since before CP3. What did he score?
Yeah.
70?
Where,
He had
where
like a
did where
70
did that
point
get
game. I
Booker
mean,
before CP3?
See, but that's why I disagree with everybody. When that 70-point game, he lost. He didn't win. Like the
did he lose
reason
that
why
game?
we look at Kobe, yeah, he lost that game. He lost to Boston. The
But
reason why we look at Kobe great because he won in that 81-point game. He won.
so you're taking my side that Devin Booker scores a lot of points. We already knew that. That's why
Oh
I'm
yeah,
giving it
yeah,
to
yeah,
CP3.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
But
know
no,
what I'm
no,
saying?
no,
CP3.
no, 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 no. No,
See that
no,
Jedi
no,
mind trick.
You trying to Jedi mind trick me right now? Hold on, no. Because we're
Bring him
about
to
to
the
do
dark
it to
side.
whoever. Oh, it's scary over here. It's spooky. You told. I will not. I repeat. I will give it to the better performance player during that finals MVP. I'm not giving it to CP3 unless CP3 is out there giving me 27, 10 assists, and 3 rebounds.
Man, if that was the case, Andre Iguodala would have never won the Finals MVP.
He
You
still
know,
should have won that finals MVP.
I know this is the old topic, but yo, I could see Ben Simmons going somewhere and being like an Andre Iguodala.
All right, man.
You know,
Enough.
like a you know like a role player, like a role player on a good team. You know, a
No,
role player on a great team.
you're absolutely right. I honestly thought that Ben Simmons could be a great six man. He could be an elite six man. Coming off the bench, he could check in for your power forward or your point guard, but they're going to start him just based on his salary.
All right, before we
Yeah,
backtrack to Ben Simmons, let's talk about a star player that we have yet to get to in this NBA segment, and that's Trey Young. Like, can we talk about Trey Young and the Hawks a little bit, man? Like, what do y'all think about
yeah.
the Hawks?
Let's talk about how Trey Young pretty much got clamped down on Sunday evening in Philadelphia. From what I saw, you know, he had a good fourth quarter though, but you know,
Showed up when it mattered.
honestly, actually, let me not hate, but on the real, I think that's going to be really critical this next series, and we'll see. That's why I think the biggest X factor in next series is going to be Drew Holiday. But if Trey Young has a crazy series, you know, I can see him making a run through the East on some AI shit. And if you know, I still think Giannis is a choker. You know what I'm saying? So until I see otherwise, I wouldn't be surprised if Trey Young runs out of town and does some crazy shit too to the Bucks and has them stunned. I wouldn't put it out. Actually, before the series starts, I'm gonna go put some money on that, just in case.
That's crazy.
Wow.
You might as well just give me your money. I at least give you half of it back. You know what I'm saying? Just because I know you. You know, if you into getting robbed,
Oh shit!
I just put stuff out there, man. Sometimes I hit it.
I kind of like that though, Scruff. I kind of like that, man. If Trey Young goes off, I could see them running away with this series, or at least making it, you know, more competitive than what I think it should be on paper. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm feeling Trey Young in these playoffs.
I think the Bucks match up so much better. The Sixers were forced to keep Embiid on the floor. I think Giannis would have no problem defending Trae Young. So you can't pick and roll and switch into a matchup you like. I think Giannis would be fine defending him. The Sixers had to keep double teaming him. Next pass. The Red Rocket, Kevin Herter or whatever his name is, hits a three after three after three. If you don't double, you don't have to rotate. That next pass doesn't kill you. But you kept Embiid on the floor, and that's what you get when you got a 7'3" true big man in the league of spacing. Giannis can move to the 5 and will be fine.
So you said Bucks and 4?
Bucks and if the series goes past 5, I'll be disappointed.
Hey, Hawks are plus 350 on DraftKings, man. Plus 350. That means $10 will win you $45. I'm about to place my bet right now, man. The Hawks want to beat the Bucks, man. I don't know how many games it's going to be. Probably be 7 or 6.
You gotta give me games. That's over here. You gotta give me how many games? 6 or 7.
The Hawks have no
7.
answer. The Hawks have no
Hawks
answer.
and 7.
The Hawks have no answer for Giannis. None.
I mean, they got some bodies.
I'm not with Steph, man. Hawks
They
and
got
7.
Capella, you know. They
Nah.
got some guys. They got some.
They
got
some
throw
guys
at them. They
that
can throw.
foul out, man.
That's cool. They got plenty of dudes for that. Like Solomon Hill, he got 6 fouls available.
Oh, put Solomon Hill in the game.
Yeah, let him hack a Giannis.
The makeup of the Bucks is kind of similar to the Hawks, where they could get a random guy hot. You know what I'm saying? The Hawks all season have had a random guy. DeAndre Hunter might get hot. Cam Reddish might get hot. Herter might get hot. The Bucks, you saw Connaughton got hot. Forbes can get hot. They got Bobby Portis can come off the bench and get hot. Brook Lopez can get hot. So I think it's gonna be a good series. But like I said, I'd be disappointed.
Hey, give me Kevin Herter over any of those guys. That boy did not miss. That boy did not miss the last game. I know he had Steph Curry on him, but you know, I think the Hawks are going to give them more work than unless Drew Holiday just shuts down Trae Young. I think Trae's going to have a couple games, man. I think he's going to have his few moments. And,
who's covering Middleton then?
I mean, I don't know. That's for the coach to figure out. All right,
Herter.
I mean, they got some other dudes. You know, they got Gallinari and
the same way the Hawks are coming off of a big series win with a lot of energy. The Bucks got to be coming off of that series, getting past KD and Harden, thinking like, if we can beat them,
they should probably be battled and bruised. They probably bruised up after that series with the Nets, man. The Hawks just came off of a series where you know, they just shocked the world. They're feeling great. They're living on their own house money right now. Giannis still got them pressure on his Greek shoulders. He's still feeling like he can choke.
What's more pressure? KD or Trae Young? They just weathered a hot KD. I think they'll be fine with a hot Trae Young.
That's a strong point. But I still got Hawks in 7.
Yeah, but difference between no. I disagree, T. There's a big difference between the Hawks and the Nets. And you mentioned it earlier. You named a whole bunch of guys that I don't care to remember their names, right? Besides KD, right? And that's how I feel about the Hawks. You know, the Hawks have a much nicer roster around Trae Young. They have some good pieces. Like, Gallinari, bruh. Gallinari still gets nasty, bro. Don't get it twisted, bro. Kevin Herter put up like 25 on us, bro. He gets nasty, bro. Trae Young gets nasty. Clint Capella. If you don't stay on Clint Capella, that's an alley-oop waiting to happen, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? The Hawks have some pieces, bro. They have some pieces. They have more pieces than the Nets outside of their big 3, which 2 of them weren't available, but that's here nor there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the Nets with KD all by himself is, you know, oh yeah, Lou Williams. Like, what am I thinking about, bro? The Hawks got a lot of pieces, bro, that the Nets did not have, bro. So just because you beat a 1-man team or 2-man team or however many stars they have on the court that night doesn't mean that you beat a whole real NBA team. Because the Hawks are a Ben Simmons away
from us not having this conversation. So
yeah, because the Sixers were a really good basketball team. Like if the Sixers would have won that game, you could have been saying that they would have been potentially the favorites to win the whole thing.
The Sixers are not. I mean, the Hawks are not better than the Sixers. What they did was expose them. They found a weakness. They exploited it. They're not a better team.
And that's the same thing that could happen this series.
If lightning strikes,
the Bucks don't have weaknesses. They were clearly exposed to have weaknesses last summer, last playoff run, right? So why couldn't those weaknesses be exposed again? The Hawks did a pretty good job of exposing those weaknesses.
That weakness was Eric Bledsoe, and if you ask any of the Pelican fans, you understand why he was a weakness. I'm glad he's off the team. Drew Holiday, even though he played bad, when we needed a big bucket, when we needed big plays, he got cooked. This is not the same series. I'm taking all bets. The Bucks, all bets from fans, from family members. If you're related to somebody on the Hawks, I'm taking all bets. All right.
Bucks and what?
5.
5. Yeah, he said 5. I got Hawks in 7.
I got Bucks and 4. The only X factor in this whole series.
Wow.
The Bucks and 4. The only X factor in this series is if the Hawks, second team could keep up with the Bucks second team. I don't think that's possible because regardless of that, it's either going to be Middleton playing or Giannis with that second lineup. And there's no one in the Hawks they're going to do without Trae Young on the floor. Whenever Trae Young is not on the floor, the Bucks offense is not really clicking. And you said it yourself, Nick. It was 4 against 5 at one point. You have Ben Simmons. What are you going to do when you have a whole 5 against 5 lineup?
Bro, I've seen. You don't understand is I've seen Giannis look just like Ben Simmons look, like kind of. You know what I mean?
The man ain't scared. The man ain't scared, and you're not gonna guard him in the paint. He's gonna dunk. Like
that's what I'm saying. That's the difference, right? Giannis is willing to attack.
Yeah, Giannis
he's willing to airball threes, but he's
not going to be willing.
He better be willing to get a couple charging fouls too, bro. That's how the league work, bro.
Well, he gonna get 1 or 2 of those. That just come with the whole package. He gonna get a couple and ones. He gonna get some crazy dunks on people. All that John Collins dunking on Embiid. He won't be wearing a Giannis shirt. He won't be wearing a Giannis shirt. Matter of fact,
somebody tell Gallinari to set his feet, man. He be all right.
He tough, right? Cameron boys. Oh man. No, but all jokes aside, though, y'all really think that the Hawks got 7 games? They're gonna push these Bucks to 7 games?
No way.
I mean, it's a prayer. It's a chance it could happen. If it happens, I'm gonna cut the rest of the video, and I'm just gonna put that part out.
And Budenholzer.
The Hawks have been surprising people all playoffs, man. In the beginning, people were acting like they weren't going to get past the Knicks in the first round.
The Hawks literally got
I thought the same thing.
So here they are now.
And there's a reason. I guess there was a reason he got fired. I mean, look, they had a conference finals team and they had them bottoms in the East. So I mean, shit, I'd say the replacement coach did a good job. And I'd say they probably did the right thing firing him.
All they did was figure out that if you foul Ben Simmons, you could beat the Sixers.
Bro, they didn't foul Ben Simmons up to the 5th seed, bro. They actually were a pretty good team, bro. Like, let's not say it was.
I don't got a whole lot of respect for 5th seed in the East, but they did work their way out of the bottom of
the league. Yeah, true about that.
But they going home now, baby. They got 4 or 5 more, and they out of here.
Oh man, like I said, I see them in 5 and 4, not in 5. But let's talk about one more series that's going on right now, and that's pretty good game right now. It's the Clippers versus the Suns. Do you guys really think that the Clippers have a chance without Kawhi in this series?
I do, because the Suns don't have Chris Paul right now, at least.
At least right now, but they're saying he might start on Thursday's game. He might. There's a slight chance.
That's fine. It'll be back in LA. So I think that helps. I really expected Philly to win their first 2. Having the Clippers drop their first 2 in every series so far,
Yes,
not
I think we're
mistaken.
the only team.
I
The only
think.
team. Yep.
Yeah.
Both starts.
So they'll be fine.
Yeah.
They got vets.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
hold
I
on.
don't. I don't think
You see
the.
Clippers
Oh,
and
go
what?
ahead.
Oh, I
Clippers
missed
and
that. What you
what?
say?
Clippers and what?
That's going 7, 6 and 7. Six if Phoenix wins, 7 if the Clippers win. But I really expect the Clippers to get to the final.
Sorry about that, Roman. Go ahead.
Nah, I'm gonna say Suns in 6. I think the Clippers need Kawhi more than the Suns need CP3 to get through this series. I don't know when Kawhi is going to get back. But G, like you said, there is some hope that CP3 will be back Thursday. If he's not back Thursday, I'm sure he'll be back the game after that. So I think it's going to be a uphill battle. I don't know if the Clippers can keep coming back from 0-2. I mean, has that ever happened in any playoffs? I've never heard of that. More power to them if they can get that done, but I don't see it happening.
So, Roman, how do you feel about the coach? The fact that he's been able to come in comebacks. He is. I consider Ty Lue the comeback king. He did it with the Clip. He did it with the Cavs. Now he's doing it with the Clippers.
Yeah, I mean it's something to be said about the comebacks, but it's also something to be said about getting down continuously. They say you don't got to get ready, or if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, and it seems like they're getting ready a little bit too late. Whatever they're doing, once they start making that comeback, keep that energy. Keep that energy.
Very true. Nick, how do you feel about the Clippers and the Sun? And what do you got? Who winning and what number?
I mean, anybody know what's up with Kawhi Leonard? Is he going to come back? Because that's my answer. If Kawhi Leonard comes back the next game, maybe they have a chance to win the series, or if they could like win a game, maybe they could steal a game. Basically, they're going to have to do what they did the last series, which is win. They're probably going to lose this game, and they're probably going to have to come back from 0-2 again. And are they going to do that without Kawhi Leonard? I don't know. It's going to be tough sledding. So I hope Kawhi is literally about to be cleared. Otherwise,
I honestly don't think you see Kawhi to the final if they get there.
I don't think you're going to see it. Then I don't think you see Kawhi until next season.
Yeah.
Wow. So right now the game is tied. Clippers 47, Suns 28. No way in hell do you see the Clippers winning.
It's not likely.
Wow.
Look, if the Clippers manage to win
They
one
can
in
win.
Phoenix, man, Phoenix is in trouble. We've seen the Suns without Chris Paul, and they were a 10th seed. So it's gonna be rough. I don't think the Suns is fun and as easy as they made some of these games look. I don't think you get that with the Clippers.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way the Clippers win if Devin Booker is who all these other sports networks are saying he is.
No. I personally believe that we're seeing the Paul George of Indianapolis Pacers day before he broke his leg, training for the U.S. team. I think that's what we're seeing. Playoff P is in full effect, and I think we're gonna have a great showing. I personally think this goes up to 7, and I got the Clippers winning.
Clippers. I mean, the way I look at it is there's only one person on that team that can beat you, and that's Devin Booker at the moment. If Chris Paul comes back, you got 2 guys to worry about. The Clippers have a couple guys that I think can get it. I've seen Morris get hot and win a game, so I don't know. Clippers are 7 though.
Clippers and 7 easily.
Scruff, take us to our our
commercial
sponsor.
break.
Yeah, our boys over at the Manscaped Lawnmower Gang.
Brought to you by Manscaped. Officially brought to you by Manscaped, the best in men's below the waist grooming. Manscaped offers precision engineered tools for your family jewels, fellas. Got to protect the hardware. They just dropped the Lawnmower 4.0. And they hooked us up. The whole squad got Lawnmower 4.0s. It's a whole new ball game, fellas. That's why they brought gas in for reinforcements. So over 2 million men worldwide who are getting Manscaped with our exclusive offer. 20% off, free shipping, promo code GASNET20. Cash in at manscaped.com. Bryce, tell them more.
And the whole product line is official. I got the Lawnmower 3.0, the Lawnmower 4.0. It's like collecting the Infinity Stones, man. Get it, man. It's simple. Simple as pie. GASNET 20. That's GasNet 20. Not only do you get 20% off your order, but you get free shipping. Don't let your lady be the only one clean down there, fellas. Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
Hey, y'all know what it is, man. Manscaped, baby. Rechargeable, safe on your skin, LED light, waterproof. Hey, man, have a little fun with that thing in the shower. Hey, get yourself right, man. Get yourself right. Even got a travel lock. Don't go out of town and
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, get into a hairy situation.
Yeah, man. Summertime, man. I'm saying, you know, you gotta keep it clean, man. Gotta keep it copacetic, man. You know, like I said, Liz Kambaj, she let it lead the movement. Fellas, wax and vax, man. Stay clean out here. Stay manscaped, fellas.
Waxed and vaxxed, man.
The ladies
That's
is waxed and vaxxed, bro. I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? You can't be out here bushing, bro.
Yeah, man. That's actually a great way to segue into our next segment, man. Waxed and vaxxed. We're actually going to talk a little bit about vaccinations, man. Not so much the waxing part, but we're gonna talk a little COVID vaccinations. And Life Meets Sports here, our Life Meets Sports segment. So we had a couple professional athletes speak out on their say their thoughts, so to speak, on the COVID vaccination. We had John Stockton come out and say some stuff. I believe he was in like a whole commercial or movie or ad or of some sort. And then Cole Beasley also released a statement.
I got the
So,
Stockton video.
do we have that? Yeah, let's go ahead and play that for the people.
Run it.
This isn't a virus cheating us of this opportunities. It's the guys making decisions saying, no, we're too scared. We're going to shut everything down. Sit in your house and be careful. My kids and my grandkids hearing these things and accepting them as truth, and when I know by my significant amount of research that it isn't, and it's very frustrating.
Significant amount of research.
That's interesting, man. He made some good points. You know, significant amount of research. Before I give my piece, you know, I'm gonna throw it around to the panel and let everyone give their piece. First, just go ahead and give your thoughts. You know, on the vaccination versus the not vaccination, and then go ahead and jump in on Stockton's point of view. I'm gonna start with T on this one.
I mean, everybody has to do what they feel comfortable doing. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? If your stomach hurt, I can't force you to take no Pepto-Bismol. It's up to you. It's entirely up to you. The man said he did his research. I don't know him to be a researcher or some sort of historian or have any medical expertise at all. I know him to throw bounce passes and run the pick and roll at a high level and hang out with a guy they call the mailman. So I'm not sure if I would look to Stockton for any medical information or how to navigate through life. But at the end of the day, everybody got to do what they got to do to keep themselves and their family safe. If he feel like he shouldn't get vaccinated, then don't get vaccinated. And I think that goes for everybody. I think this country has a history of really, really good medicine. And then we also have a history of questionable, if not criminal, medicating of the masses. So this is a really tough one. That's why this one is so controversial, because potentially both sides could be exactly right, and the truth probably does lie in the middle. But you got to do what you feel comfortable doing. And I'm not mad at Stockton. I just don't know when he became a source or any type of leading expert on anything other than basketball.
This feels like another.
Thoughts?
This feels like the Dave Chappelle skit when he's like, "Yo, nobody went in the jar rule to see what's going on with the world."
Yeah.
Yeah, this is hilarious. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm not vaccinated just yet. I want to wait a little bit before I do start taking my vaccination. But for my personal opinion, when it comes to this vaccine, is like I want to wait until this trial era that we're all going through, where people are getting still sick, yada yada, and all this extra stuff. So I'm gonna wait. But that's my personal opinion. But yeah, I ain't going to John Stein for no medical advice. I ain't that fucked up in the world. I ain't that down bad.
Scruff, are you taking advice from John Stockton? Medical
Yeah,
advice?
honestly, bro, I feel him in many ways. I'm not taking medical advice from John Stockton, nah, but did he have some good premises in what he was saying? Absolutely. Particularly what he was saying about people of power trying to control people and tell people what to do, because that's absolutely true in this situation. Yes, we are facing a national pandemic, and yes, most people are rather stupid overall to make the right decisions for themselves. Usually, you don't trust people to do that. So I understand forcing people what to do, but I do feel them. Like, you shouldn't have to force people what to do, because I'm a little conflicted about this whole thing. I didn't get vaccinated for a very long time, and to be honest, I wouldn't have got vaccinated if it wasn't for, a higher institution, more so making me jump through hoops to not be vaccinated. So I'm just like, you know what, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I give in, because all the powers that be, for more or less, did it. I made a personal decision based on my personal life and my investments that I've made. Hey man, I gotta go finish. I gotta get my master's, fellas. You know what I'm saying? The school had to do what it do, and I understand what they have to do as a school. They got to protect their rear. So it's a big chain of events. There's a lot of people trying to control other people. The John Stockton thing is one thing, but the Cole Beasley thing, I think, is a little bit more powerful, and I'd like to speak to that. Just because John Stockton's already retired, if John Stockton doesn't get vaccinated, it's not the end of the world. If, God forbid, I wouldn't say nothing terrible, but if he were to die of COVID, it'd be okay. We would still remember his legacy. But a current player that basically is in a similar situation where he's like, all right, look, I got to stay with the protocol for the NFL. He's putting his career on the line potentially by not getting vaccinated. And I think that is a greater conversation, because, people have choices to make, but if it's going to affect your living or your way of making a living, he's giving up playing professional football potentially for feeling this way. I think that speaks volumes.
Cole Beasley
No, bro,
is not giving up his career. Like, at the end of the day, right? The NFL allows you to play vaccinated or non-vaccinated. Of course, if you're non-vaccinated, your football life is going to look similar to what we saw last season: daily testing, capacity limits, that sort of thing. And he doesn't want to go through that, I guess. But they're not saying you can't play football if you're not vaccinated. So I'm kind of concerned. Like, I don't understand why he's taking such a huge stance when you can literally do what you did last season. And not only that, last season you had the best best season of your career. So maybe those protocols work. You know what I'm saying? Maybe keeping you in a bubble helped your game. I don't know why he's taking a big stance. I'm not a Cole Beasley fan in general. I don't know why he is threatening to retire. Like, it's crazy.
I think it needs to be talked about, T. I mean, it's just not about Cole Beasley. I think it's way bigger than Cole Beasley. It could have been, anybody. It doesn't really matter to the player. It does for them. That's the point. It's a personal choice for everybody. That's why
Cole,
it matters.
Bro,
look,
he's acting real silly right now.
What'd you say, G?
I said he acting real silly now. Like, think about it like this. You're talking about people like doctors and nurses that work in the hospitals. They got a mandate. Like, you got to take the shot to work. If you don't got it, you can't come to work. You get furloughed. You as a student, they told you, yo, if you don't take the shot, you can't come to campus. And now you talking about a man that's getting paid millions of dollars just to take a shot. He gonna bitch and complain.
Like, and that's the thing. You can still play without taking it. He's talking about, I want to live free and all this other stuff. Bruh, you're giving me the same energy as the people that stormed the Capitol. And not only that, they look like you and they sounded like you. And I believe Cole Beasley is from Texas. He's from the South. So it all makes sense. The energy rubs me the wrong way. The little 5'9" guy talking about he'll retire and all this. Then retire. If it means that much to you, retire. I don't think the NFL will miss Cole Beasley.
I think that's the point, though. It's like I said, it's not about the magnitude of the player, T. It's just the fact that he's willing to retire over this shit. That's what's pretty amazing.
He's not going to retire. I guarantee you.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to retire.
Energy, though. That was his energy, though. And was that not his energy in that letter?
That was
that
certainly
was
his
his
energy.
energy.
But
I'm
he's
willing to
not
die
really.
for this shit. Is basically what I read. Here's what he should have said. That's what I read. I'm willing to die for this shit. It's it's how he
Well,
felt.
what he said was he said that he's going to be outside. He's going to be doing what he does. So I think he rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, basically saying, vaccine or no vaccine, I'm gonna go do me either way. But as far as like
I
T hit
felt
it on
that
the
part.
head. T hit it on the head though. The NFL isn't forcing him to retire. They're not saying get the vaccine or retire. They're just saying if you don't get vaccinated, COVID protocols, and that's not crazy. So I'm not really sure why his stance is so critical either. But what I think it is I think there's just a vast amount of people who agree with him, who feel like they don't want this vaccine forced upon them. We're twice.
Cole, Trump, Beasley. I mean, it's the same energy, man. It's that same moxie, that same. I'll burn the Capitol down if I have to. I'd rather die free. How? Stop, man. Just cut out the nonsense, man.
I, mean,
Like,
I do think he has some fair points not as far as wanting to what I mean, be able to play and not have to go through all these hoops, not have to go through all the COVID protocols. Because the way that it's working, look at it from his perspective. If you're a wide receiver, right, and there's 5 wide receivers on the team, the other 4 are vaccinated. Why can't all of them work out in the same weight room? How is Cole Beasley not being vaccinated putting those other 4 people that are vaccinated at some huge gigantic risk? I feel like that's where he's coming from. I feel like a lot of people agree with that kind of sentiment. Why are you
Yeah.
still telling me that I have to get vaccinated if everyone around me already has it? I mean, it is what it is. Like I understand where you're coming from completely too, T. But I just
when
feel like we have a misunderstanding here, and I think it's a little bit simpler than people are making it out to be.
when
He's
Colin
blown out.
Kaepernick didn't want to fall in line with what the league wanted, it was a fuss. Now you're saying if I want to be free, I don't have to
I
follow
think
these
that's
rules.
I think that's completely different though.
I
I
don't
don't.
think it's completely different.
That's like
It's it's
apples and oranges.
it's not apples and oranges. It's one
But
guy.
but is it a fruit? Is it a fruit?
All right. So if it's a
It's a
fruit,
fruit.
if it's a fruit, then in the same way that Cap should be able to kneel, Cole Beasley should be able to play without the vax. That's the like
No,
it's
no, 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 no,
no.
no. There
But
was
he is.
no.
He's allowed.
Yes, he's
Yeah.
That's,
he's
and,
allowed
I,
to
that's, and
play.
that's why I don't know. That's why I don't know why he's like making it into a I'm not allowed thing like you are.
Because he
Like
needs
he
a
said,
drug
he'd rather
test.
retire. Like, bruh, if you're not gonna follow the rules,
I, mean,
then
I don't think we need to compare him to Kaepernick at all. I feel like
okay.
Kaepernick took a stand for something completely different than Cole Beasley isn't taking a stand for something. He's like Kaepernick was taking a stand
What are you talking
for
about?
people.
There's millions
Cole,
of
I mean,
people that feel like Cole Beasley is taking a stand for
yeah.
them.
No, I think
It's
I
not
think
it's not even the same as
I think
Kaepernick though.
it's blasphemous to compare him to Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah.
T. But he is. They are. You're right though. Like people do feel this way, and he is making a stand for something. I do agree with that. Whether you
They're
disagree or
supporting.
agree with
They're
him or not,
supporting.
there are
What
people
I'm
that agree
saying
with him.
is, what I'm saying is, they're supporting Cole Beasley's stand, but these same people did not want to support Colin Kaepernick's stand. And what's the difference?
The topic.
Flag
Exactly.
is what they would tell
Exactly.
you.
One guy is actively trying to work outside of NFL rules. Actively trying to, but it's not that big of a deal. You know what I'm saying? That people are supporting him. Yeah, freedom. Come on now. It's the same group of people, and that's why it's comparable. The same group of people that criticize Kaepernick
It's
are the
not
same
all the
people that
same group of people though. I know plenty of people that are not Capitol rioters that are that are against the vaccine,
yeah, but
so to
are
speak.
they
And
against?
you know what I mean when I say Capitol rioters.
But that's the thing. It's not that he's just not against the vaccine. He's against the testing. He's against all of the policies created to keep people safe. He's unwilling to do that stuff.
Well, that's kind of what I was alluding to. So that kind of leads to there's a good amount of people that are caught in the middle they're not against the policies. That's why I say I don't know why Cole Beasley's making this big fuss. Most of the people I know that are against the vaccine are kind of like, gee, they want to wait to get the vaccine, but they're still going to wear their masks. They're still going to do whatever they need to do as far as COVID protocols pertain to their everyday life. Cole Beasley's taking a stance on, oh, well, I don't even want to do that, which is, you know what I mean, like extreme in my opinion. You can still just go through the testing and make millions of dollars and play ball, which is, you know what I mean, like the dream, right? Make all those millions of dollars playing football. Who cares if you got to go through some testing if you don't want to get the vaccine? If you don't want to do the testing, don't want to wear a mask, get the vaccine. Me personally, I didn't want to go through all the protocols at my job, so I got vaccinated. You know what I mean? I did my research first, didn't just jump into it. And that's really where I'm at with it. I think everybody just needs to calm down and just respect people's decisions. If he doesn't want to get vaccinated and he doesn't want to go through the hoops, we're not going to miss Cole Beasley. Cole Beasley was a slot guy on the Bills. Like, we're not going to remember Cole Beasley if he decides to retire from COVID. So that's fine. That's his choice, and I personally respect it. I really don't give a damn if he retires. If he doesn't retire and he wants to go through the COVID protocols, I respect that too. You don't have to get the vaccine. My wife isn't vaccinated and I am. So you know what I mean? Like, people are making a huge fuss about,
He
oh, are you vaxxed, are you not? And it's not even that's why I say it's not comparable to what Kaepernick was standing up for, because this whole are you vaxxed, are you not thing is kind of, it's silly to me. It's not really people's business, one. And two, whether you are or you aren't, like, keep it pushing. Like, you're gonna have to follow whatever rules are in place.
No, I wasn't speaking on, their stances are comparable. I'm just speaking on how people could jump behind Cole Beasley trying to actively work outside of the rules versus you have to listen to your employer. I can't do this at my job. That's what they told Kaepernick. When I go to my job, I have to listen to my boss. They're not telling Cole Beasley, you're in the NFL, you have to listen to your boss. They're telling him, good for you, guy. Good for you.
Well, that tells me that the NFL needs to keep that same energy that they kept with Kaepernick. Either get vaccinated and don't get tested, or get tested or retire. Like, that's you know what I mean? The NFL doesn't need to change their stance.
The NFL's not. If he retires, he'll retire. But I don't think he'll retire. I think he's just talking. And that's the thing. Like, you didn't have to make it a huge issue. You didn't have to say I'd rather die in a car accident free and all this, making it all dramatic, bro. Stop, man. You're Cole Beasley.
He did it for the clout. I mean, this will probably be the most we talk about Cole Beasley.
Right.
Who is Cole Beasley anyway? I don't even know your stats off the top of my head. Let's keep it pushing, though, man.
Playoff fantasy player if you need him. Keep him in your stats.
I think Josh Allen made Cole Beasley, but let's keep it pushing. We'll stay in the NFL, man. The NFL actually has some positive news to talk about, and it came at a great time. It's June, which is Pride Month, and they just had the first player come out, and he's been playing for about 5 years, so it's not like the Michael Sam situation where he's trying to get in the league. He's already been in the league, and his name is Casey Nassib. I believe I pronounced that right, or I hope I pronounced that right.
You did not. His name's Carl Nassib.
I think it's Nassib.
Carl.
It's Nassib.
Nassib. Yeah. All right, my fault, Carl. But I do know that you have 20 and a half sacks for your career, which is pretty solid. He started the last, I want to say 6 or 7 games for the Raiders last season, and he had pretty 2 solid seasons in Tampa Bay as well.
Bro, you don't remember him from Hard Knocks, bro?
I do remember him from Hard Knocks. I was about to mention that scene too, which is actually funny. Someone told me to go back and check that clip. But yeah, man, fellas, let's chop this up, man. We got the first openly gay player in the NFL. My personal opinion is that this is long overdue. I'm sure there's been plenty of other guys that just didn't have the heart or chance or opportunity to speak out, didn't feel comfortable to speak out. But how do you feel about my man speaking out now?
Yo, I'm not trying to sound offensive when I say this, but it might sound offensive. It always go like that. But yeah, I found the way he came out was hilarious. I'm like, I was like, okay. I mean, I feel like people say that they're gay.
Hold on, I missed it. How did he come out?
I got the video.
Do we have the clip of that? Yeah, let's run that clip.
Run the tape.
What's up, people? I'm Carl Nassib. I'm at my house here in Westchester, Pennsylvania. Just want to take a quick moment to say that I'm gay. I've been meaning to do this for a while now, but I finally feel comfortable enough to get it off my chest. I really have the best life. I got the best family, friends, and job a guy could ask for. I'm a pretty private person, so I hope you guys know that I'm really not doing this for attention. I just think that representation and visibility are so important. I actually hope that like one day videos like this and the whole coming out process are just not necessary. But until then, I'm going to do my best and do my part to cultivate a culture that's accepting, that's compassionate. And I'm going to start by donating $100,000 to the Trevor Project. They're an incredible organization. They're the #1 suicide prevention service for LGBTQ youth in America. And they're truly doing incredible things. And I'm very excited to be a part of it, to help in any way that I can. And I'm really pumped to see what the future holds. That's all I have for you guys. I hope you have
I know what you mean, G. He was just like, I'm Carl
Yeah,
Nassib, and I'm gay. Like he just,
yeah,
He said it like it was like that was his Monday Night Football intro.
exactly.
Nah. I mean, I know it took a lot for him to do that, man. Honestly, I believe there was another guy. Was this the guy's name? Was it Michael Sam? Was the other guy?
Michael Sam, yeah, Michael
Right.
Sam.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, he also came out, but I think the difference was that he came out in college. Was that correct? And then
Yep.
he didn't get drafted, right?
I want to say he came out like right around the combine.
Yeah, during the
Yeah.
combine.
He got drafted by the Rams, but then he didn't make the team. That kind of vibe.
Yeah. So let me speak to this. I'm happy for him, and I honestly, there are gay people in the NFL. Like whether you know it or not, whether you want to admit it or not, whether they want to admit it or not, there are gay people in the NFL. So like the fact that he's coming out, that's great. The best thing too is also that he did it once he got drafted. Michael Sam messed up because he actually came out before the draft when everybody was making decisions on you. Now, what you do is proper leverage is you do it once you're on the team. Because once you're on the team and then you come out, then they drop you, then that's like a hate crime. You know what I'm saying? Then you're getting like, you might get paid for real. So, good move.
Yeah.
I mean,
I see what you're saying, Scruff, because he did, like I said, he started the last few games last season, so he's definitely doing it from more of a position of power than Michael Sam was doing it, which is good. But I also think he's doing it at the right time. I think it's a lot more. We're in a lot more of accepting of a time. T, go ahead and jump in.
No, I think I see what Scruff's saying, but I'm a person. I just feel like it's never a bad time to be yourself. So did it hurt him? Obviously, you know what I'm saying. Some of the videos he made after that, some of the scenes he made, it was shocking. For people to see. But Carl Nassib, I get good for him. I mean, I don't really think that changes anything. I don't think he'll be easier to block. I don't think this increases his production, but maybe it does. Maybe he feels like a weight's lifted off him. I don't know. But like you said, it's so much going on right now where all these big companies are running pride ads and profiting off of it that it didn't, when he came out, like, I didn't even read the article. It was like, okay, cool. Like he likes guys. Like, I mean, it's none of anyone else's business who you sleep with at the end of the night, man, woman, you know what I'm saying? Unless a child or an animal, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? You're an adult.
Yeah, I mean,
do what you want.
He touched on it in the video, man. He even said like he hopes one day that these whole coming out things don't have to be a thing, and I agree with that, man. Like you said it best, T. Like there's never a bad time to be yourself. So if that's who he is, then I'm glad, I'm happy that he was able to speak his mind. And if there's any other players in the NFL or NBA or whatever sports, I feel like they should all be free to speak on that. There's no need to hide it.
I mean, I think potentially he just might have made his jersey one of the hottest selling jerseys.
I think I saw that. It is the highest selling jersey right now.
Best seller in the last 2 days.
I didn't even see it, but I just figured. You know what I mean? That's a huge fan base. Like I said, all the companies have already jumped on that bandwagon and said, "All right, this is a money making opportunity." I don't know if they actually care about that community, but they're definitely gonna monetize it. So I mean, it's so much of a non-factor, right? I bought some Adidas socks the other day, and it said "Love Unites," and I didn't even think about it. I was like, hold up, is this like Pride merchandise? You know what I'm saying? So I went to the website. I was like, oh, it's a whole Pride line. Like, oh, I get it. It wasn't the traditional rainbow colors it was almost like pastel colors.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, well, I'm still wearing the socks. I really don't care. So that's where I'm at with it.
Nah, that's what's up though. But I mean, you touched on another good point, and that's the companies, kind of jumping on the bandwagon here. And I kind of wanted to touch on that too. Do you think the NFL will take this as an opportunity? I mean, looking at this player, he's a bit of a role player. Do you think that they're gonna put him front and center and be like, oh, first openly gay NFL player, he's gonna be on all the highlights. They're gonna be talking about him. Do you think this will put more pressure on his career? Do you think he has accidentally become a superstar to where we're gonna say, oh, he's not getting to the quarterback, he's not doing this? Does this put more pressure on him as a player potentially?
Yes, they
Yeah.
are going to use it. They are going to use it. Does it add a little bit more pressure to him potentially because he's going to get heckled? Are they going to be putting all the cuts of Carl Nassib when the Raiders play? Nah, bro. He's still going to be Carl Nassib, bro. We're going to watch the game, bro. Like if he's in the game, yeah, then we'll see him in there. But he might not be in the game. Give it a buck. So like, he's like a situational pass rusher, bro. He's like a third down rusher. No, he's not going to be like headliner.
I mean, look.
It's going to be a couple commercials for damn sure. I mean, if they take advantage of it. Seems like the NFL may take advantage of jump ahead of this before. They're more likely to jump ahead of this and support this than they would the whole, Black Lives Matters thing. So I can see them jumping ahead of this and actually taking this and try to get some extra fans back.
Yeah, I think it's a good opportunity. It's definitely gonna be a little bit more pressure on him to perform. But at the end of the day, man, I think Raiders fans are going to be just like everybody else. Your guy makes a play, you're going to root for him. Your guy plays bad, you're going to call him a bum. So that's. Oh, you ain't never seen all these black messages. Nah, that's not as profitable. You know what I'm saying? But D-Money's exactly right. But yeah, man, tons of Raider fans are going to line up to watch this guy get sacks, and that's no pun intended.
Gotta, yeah. Oh man.
Oh.
I think, but you threw me off for a second. But I think he is gonna have a little bit more pressure on him, man. I think he's playing for a community now. There's gonna be.
I got a quick question though.
What's up?
All right, so when he came out, because I personally felt it wasn't a shocker because we always heard reports that there's gay players in the NFL that just gay, but just don't tell nobody. So like when he came out to me, I personally didn't think it was a shocker. I'm like, oh, okay, like this is all. Like I thought he would have came out with a book or something, but I'm like, all right, the gay player that just tell me that he's gay. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, he could have made it. You're right. I agree. You know what? He should write a book. There's a month. If he didn't fumble the bag yet, I think he still has an opportunity to write a book. Honestly, wouldn't be surprised if he has a book out in the next few years if he's not in the NFL or maybe sooner or later. But this is a good opportunity. He's going to be on more speaking. He's going to have more speaking engagements than he's ever had. So book is next. Like I said, book is next. Book is next.
But like I said, were you shocked when the NFL player came out though? Were you shocked? You were just like it's not a regular thing.
No, I
wasn't expecting it, but
I've seen gay football players in high school, college. They're finally coming out. It's not.
Man, playing football was.
Lust, right?
I seen some of the gayest stuff. Like
for real, there was some gay people on my high school team. For real, looking back, I knew then. I was like, yeah, that dude definitely weird. But not weird, but he was fronting. He wasn't being all the way himself. I could tell that he wasn't being all the way himself. That was more so.
It wasn't a shock. It wasn't.
After the fact, it wasn't a shock. I was
right. Yeah,
not surprised.
I think we're in a new era in life that is not like the old times when coming out gay was a big thing. Now it's just more like, okay, whatever. Can you play?
I think
that's all we want to know.
In our lifetime, I think we will see a number one prospect in a sport openly gay.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
I mean, you see it in women's sports. You see it in women's sports.
Yes. Shit. At one point.
So you might. Shit. I mean, if you don't like it, you might as well get used to it. The Jebediah.
The Jebediah.
You know what I'm saying? That's that Amish. I put that Amish butter. Get it right.
That Amish butter, though.
Yeah.
Hey, so let's get into some culture, fellas. Let's get into some culture tonight, man. Before we get out of here, what we got on the culture? We talking summertime?
We ain't never decide on it. I mean,
I like
I
the summer idea. You said summer
yeah,
activities.
yeah, man.
yeah.
Summer,
Top
summer
5
is
summer
upon us, man.
activities.
What's some of the things, the best things to do in the summer period? Maybe some of the things you guys plan on doing this summer.
All right, I'll throw a couple. I'll say I just had a good pool party. You know what I'm saying? It was with the family though. I need one of them lituation pool parties next.
Okay.
But the family pool party was live too. You know what I'm saying? My cousin got a super nice pool, man. It's a good time to jump in the pool, man. Starting to get super hot. Go get some pool. I was in there trying to get my laps in. You know what I'm saying? But definitely pool, man. If you know how to swim, jump in the pool this summer.
Yeah, man. I second that one. The pool is always a great time. Family vibes or the lituation vibes. You can switch it up.
Bro, because the thing is with the pool parties that are actually pool parties, like with the honeys, bro, actually probably not gonna get in the pool, actually. But,
yeah, ain't no swimming.
Look,
unless you just built like Tyson Bedford or something, you know what I'm saying?
Ain't no swimming in the pool, at least.
Unless you Tyrese out here, and then you jump in the pool, bro. But
look, hey, this is we don't body shame in this era. Look, you take that shirt off, and you get in that pool, and I promise you, you're gonna have the time of your life. Like, take it, just take it from me, man. I've lived it. I went to a pool party. I saw what was going on in the pool. Looked like it was a good time. I saw a lot of guys out there, big muscles. You know what I'm saying? They was training all winter to be right for the summer. So I said, man, I'm not getting in that water. I watched my boy get in there. You know what I'm saying? With the dad body, he only got no kids, and he was having a blast. So I jumped into it. I said, I'm never not getting in the water at a pool party again. Like, I'm gonna be the guy in the water.
Did he get any bitches though?
Did he get what? Because if you said what I thought you said, the answer to that question is a yes.
Like, did he get the honeys? Did he get the honeys? He got the honeys.
Yes.
All right, well then he's winning, bro. That's so
overwhelming. Yes.
Yeah.
He got the ladies.
How
about smoking hookah? You don't like smoking hookah out in the summer?
In the summer?
Yeah, hookah outside.
Is that like a summer activity, bro? Like, that's kind of like an any time activity, bro, isn't it?
That's when I
feel you, G, with like on a summer night, kind of vibe, almost like a semi-camping trip.
I could do that in the fall, though.
Yeah, it wouldn't be bad in the fall either. But what about concerts? Summer concerts.
Oh,
summertime concerts are always a vibe.
Normally. I'm not quite ready for concerts yet, but I feel you.
Yeah, like Rolling Loud, all the festivals, the Coachellas, all that. Like, it's a lot,
How about barbecue?
Oh,
yeah,
no.
The cookout.
That good old grill going. You know what I'm saying?
That's my absolute favorite part about the summer, man. You can't go wrong with a cookout.
Impromptu, this or that, man. Charcoal or gas grills?
Charcoal.
T, you went on
mute. Like charcoal.
Charcoal.
Oh, he talking to somebody.
You never stop being a parent, man. Kids act crazy. But you know the charcoal grill, man. You know the charcoal grill. The gas grill, you just cooking outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta try to set your face on fire with charcoal.
Charcoal takes a lot of skill, man. You gotta be a real man to man that grill with the charcoal. Ain't no switches. But hookah is love. Hey, mama's cooking. Hey, Kwame do be off that hookah. Hey,
Get me wrong with
but
hookah. Who keeps the best thing in the
hey,
world?
one of my favorite things to do in the summertime, man, is hit a beach. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Similar
Oh
to
hell
the
yeah!
pool vibes, but that sand in your toes, man. The wind
Mm.
rolling off the waves and all
The
that.
air, man. The beach is a
Yeah,
vibe, bro.
the beach is a
How you
vibe,
go?
Breeze.
man.
How you go to the beach and be mad? I can't do it. I can't do it.
Nah,
I'm
Uh,
always happy at the
nah,
beach.
didn't Dak
nah.
Prescott get knocked out on the beach?
He did. He did, man. That's what happens. That's what happens though when you a cowgirl, man. That's what happens, you know.
Oh man, yeah, some got to go wrong, man. You get knocked out on the beach, man. The beach is a good vibe, man.
The beach
What
is
else
a
we got?
great
What else
vibe.
we got for the summertime? Um, just traveling, period. You know what I'm saying? Just summertime, good
Yeah,
weather, good time to travel.
I'm trying to hit like I'm definitely trying to hit a vacation soon, like maybe like a cruise. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah, we
think a
might we
cruise
might
would be
have
lit.
to we might have to
You
do one
know,
of these like a gas cookout, like
We
something.
need the gas retreat, man.
Yeah,
You know
Yeah,
what
I'm
I'm
with
saying?
that, bro.
The
That
gas
would be
gang,
fun as fuck.
we can fly out somewhere and you know what I'm saying, just do what we do.
Hey,
as
I've
long
been
as y'all misses let y'all guys out, I'm with whatever.
how about that, man? Sports from the sports for the culture live from the beach. I think I'm feeling that.
Get a whole gas getaway, man. You know what I'm saying? Open it up to the fans, all that.
yeah, I'll be lit.
Yes,
So
sir.
we do some good lighting because it's gonna be dark by then. But yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
live from the beach.
I
Special
like
morning,
that.
afternoon episode.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
That'll
I
be
like
lit,
that.
man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We could definitely have it. We could have our own Bus It challenge.
Yo, so you guys don't like to go to you guys got like a Six Flags down there where you guys are at?
Yeah, Six
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flags is summer move. I
You
just
know
went
who
like a month ago.
hey,
A week.
you know who owns our Six Flags?
Who?
Daniel Snyder.
Oh, I
Are you
forgot about
serious?
that.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
forgot about that, bro. You just I can't even go back now, bro. I haven't even been in a minute, but now I want my money
Hey, I
back.
got
Yeah, man.
I got the season. I got the season pass, man. It's good. It's good anywhere. You can go to any Six Flags with that joint. So y'all trying to go to Six Flags? I come out to Six Flags out there for go because I fuck with Six
Hey,
Flags.
nah, true story. Last time I went to Six Flags from New Jersey, I got banned, man.
Oh
What?
damn, man. Damn, bro.
Wow,
Whoa.
how?
That's a summer story. That's a summer
Yeah,
story
man.
right there.
Just a group fight. Just a group fight. A whole little brawl. You know what I'm saying? I ain't started, but you know, it was a
The boy said he
situation where
Lucas.
But
you know what I'm saying. People got their pictures taken, and apparently we're not allowed back on the premises. There's no way to conduct yourself around kids, but that's
that's all you can say.
that's all I can say. That's all. Sometimes, oh no. I
Wow.
wasn't doing too much. I wasn't doing too much. I was protecting women. That's it.
He out there
See,
protecting
I
the
feel
Feel
like
you,
family.
T.
Ludacris throwing bows.
I done started. I done started some fights protecting women too, T. I feel you. Got some scars
No,
too.
I didn't start it. I was minding my business. You know what I'm saying? I
You
look
so you
over.
finished it.
I,
You ain't
I,
started, but you
no,
finished it, huh?
I ain't even finish it. Truth be told, I didn't even throw a punch. But the people I was with, it was women fighting women. You know what I'm saying? So, just got in there, separated, and make sure no guys was in there doing nothing crazy. But of course,
So
you
you
get
got
kicked.
banned for being a gentleman.
I mean, yeah, you know,
That's one way to spin it.
you gotta ride for the people. You know what I'm saying? You roll with.
You know what they say,
Hey,
T? No good deed goes unpunished.
that was my last time in Jersey, man. Kratos from God
Oh,
of War.
boy. Oh
I never
man.
even played God of War, man. I heard it's a good game.
Wow.
Yeah,
I should probably play it.
he been low key roasting you this whole time. I ain't even put them all up there.
I mean, Jebediah Kratos. I'm not sure if that's a roast, but I'll take it. That's my new name, man. Jebediah Kratos Boogie.
Hey, real shit, man. Real shit. But yeah, man. So Yeah, so it's been a good show, man. It's been a good show. I think that pretty much is a good place to cap us off for the evening. Speaking of caps, man, if you like me and you know what I'm saying, you want to protect your head, and actually this is good in the summertime too. Protect your eyes, give you a little shade. Get you a gas cap, man. These are actually on sale right now. $20 right now for gas caps on the GoodAssSports.com/shop. Or you can go to Manscaped.com, get you some balls wipes, because it's going to be hot this summer while you out there moving, busting moves. Don't get caught, you feel me? Because you might just have a lovely lady friend give you some of that, that Becky, that fellatio, you know what I'm saying? And you might just got to give it a quick wipe, and you want to be ready. So in that case, go to Manscaped.com, use the promo code GASNET20. Make sure you all the time ready, just like your boy Scruff Line, because I'm always ready, baby. Manscaped, guys, what time it is. But yeah, go ahead and follow us on all our social medias, man, at GoodAssSports. Subscribe to us on YouTube if you're not already subscribing to us, man. Download the app, and we got some hot shit coming for y'all, man. Stay tuned for that. But you know what it is. It's sports for the culture. So you know how we gonna close it off, man. Sports for the culture.
Sports for the culture.
Culture.